You know, and I've been trying to figure out a way to kind of put in perspective just how significant of an event this was today. So imagine you've run a race and there were 55,000 people running the race, and you came in top 40. That's pretty good, right? That's what we're looking at as far as putting this in perspective. When you go back the 152 years of data that we have back in 1871, this ranked in the top 100 of days. There are 55,480 days, if you are counting, since 1871. This was in the top 100 wettest days that we have ever seen in Chicago. So it's pretty impressive just how much rain fell today over a short amount of time. Thankfully, we can now put this one in the record books. We can put a little R by the data for record, and we can move on and hopefully start to enjoy that drying out. But I have made some adjustments to the forecast. By the way, that spin that came through, that was the upper level low, that area of low pressure. Typically where that travels is where the heaviest rainfall is. Again, unfortunately, we had a system that just kind of sat and then moved a little bit and did a little bit of a loop and brought a lot of heavy rain over the same area. The numbers were impressive at many of the reporting sites, but if I can put a little bit of a positive spin on it, and I try to do that whenever possible, that's a lot of rain that is going to be beneficial, and it's really been across both Illinois and Indiana in areas that desperately need it. Now, of course, here in Chicago, because of the urbanization, you take that much rain and you put it here, and it really causes some big problems, unlike the more vegetative areas farther to the south where the rain can fall and the vegetation has a chance, the ground has a chance to absorb that a little more quickly. It's still going to cause some flooding. But this is in an area that is still suffering from severe drought. Now, the drought monitor is updated every week, usually on a Thursday. It is going to be very interesting to see what happens here. I think we will see some lessening of the drought, but this is not a 100% drought buster. The drought's just not going to be wiped away. You need significant rainfall over a good extended period of time. Let's hope that that happens, and I do have some rain chances in my forecast. I made a couple of slight adjustments here. Tomorrow, I do think we'll see temperatures warm up into the 80s, partly cloudy skies. I think you will see a good bit of sunshine, but I added this 20% chance in for July 4th, and temperatures should be on the warmer side. Also, I want to caution you. I've looked at some of the smoke models, some of the forecast models for the smoke, and I still think we're going to have some hazy conditions through the next couple of days. It won't be as bad as what we dealt with last week, but I certainly think that we're going to have at least some hazy skies. Here's your future clouds and radar. I like that it's a lot more occasional clouds and a lot less of the radar since we've been using that over the past 24 to 48 hours, but temperatures into the 80s during the afternoon and looking pretty good. The reason I changed Tuesday's forecast, and that's July 4th, is because I think with temperatures up near 90, it's going to be humid. I think the lake breeze may start to kick in, and that may help to trigger a couple of isolated thunderstorms. I don't think it's going to be a problem when it comes to severe weather. We'll watch it, but I do think we'll have a couple of pop-ups, and with so many events happening on July 4th, I just want to make sure you are not caught off guard. And boy, talk about a pattern change. Hot and humid for a couple of days, and then a big drop in temperatures as we change the pattern up. And anytime you do that, especially this time of year, we have to use this icon because it looks like the threat for storms will be there at some point on Wednesday. In fact, we are alerting you to the possibility that when we do change this air mass, it could come with a potential storm threat sometime Wednesday evening. We'll have to nail down the timing of this, and we'll have to see just how strong those storms will be. After that, a little bit more of a quiet pattern as we go through the end of the week and into next weekend.
Okay, Rob, thanks very much.